Ceviche is a seafood dish popular in the coastal regions of Mexico, Ecuador, Colombia, Chile and Peru and other parts of Latin America. The dish is typically made from fresh raw fish cured in citrus juices, such as lemon or lime, and spiced with ají or chili peppers. Additional seasonings, such as chopped onions, salt, and cilantro, may also be added. Ceviche is usually accompanied by side dishes that complement its flavors, such as sweet potato, lettuce, corn, avocado or plantain. As the dish is not cooked with heat, it must be prepared fresh to minimize the risk of food poisoning, along with an archaeological record suggesting the consumption of a food similar to ceviche nearly 2,000 years ago. Historians believe the predecessor to the dish was brought to Peru by Moorish women from Granada, who accompanied the Spanish conquistadors and colonizers, and this dish eventually evolved into what now is considered ceviche. Peruvian chef Gaston Acurio further explains the dominant position that Lima held through 4 centuries as the capital of the Viceroyalty of Peru, allowed for popular dishes such as ceviche to be brought to other Spanish colonies in the region, and in time they became a part of local cuisine by incorporating regional flavors and styles. Ceviche is nowadays a popular international dish prepared in a variety of ways throughout the Americas, reaching the United States in the 1980s. The greatest variety of ceviches are found in Ecuador, Colombia, Chile and Peru, but other distinctly unique styles can also be found in coastal Honduras, El Salvador, Belize, Guatemala, the United States, Mexico, Panama, the Caribbean and several other nations. Etymology. The origin of the name of the dish is also disputed. One hypothesis suggests the common Spanish word for the dish, ceviche, has its origin in the Latin word cebis, which translates to English as food for men and animals. Another hypothesis, supported by the Royal Spanish Academy, is the name might derive from the Spanish Arabic word asakbag, which itself derives from the Arabic word sakbaj. It is ultimately from the unattested Middle Persian *sigbag, from sikhan *bag, which also yielded the Persian word sekba. Further hypotheses base the origin of the term on escabeche, Spanish for pickle, or it is simply a variation of the word ceviche, the traditional Quechua name for the dish. The name of the dish may be spelled variously as ceviche, ceviche, or ceviche, but the more common spelling in Peru is ceviche with V. Based on location, all 3 spelling variations are accepted by the Royal Spanish Academy, the official institution responsible for regulating the Spanish language. Despite this, other local terms, such as ceviche and ceviche, are still used as variations to name the dish. History. In regard to its origin, various explanations are given. According to some historic sources from Peru, ceviche would have originated among the Moche, a coastal civilization that began to flourish in the area of current-day northern Peru nearly 2,000 years ago. The Moche apparently used the fermented juice from the local banana passion fruit. Recent investigations further show, during the Inca Empire, fish were marinated with the use of chicha, an Andean fermented beverage. Different chronicles also report, along the Peruvian coast prior to the arrival of Europeans, fish was consumed with salt and ají. Furthermore, this theory proposes the natives simply switched to the citrus fruits brought by the Spanish colonists, but the main concepts of the plate remain essentially the same. The invention of the dish is also attributed to places ranging from Central America to the Polynesian islands in the South Pacific. In Ecuador, it could have also had its origins with its coastal civilizations, as both Peru and Ecuador have shared cultural heritages and a large variety of fish and shellfish. Ceviche is is not native to Mexico, despite the fact that the dish has been a part of traditional Mexican coastal cuisine for centuries. The Spanish, who brought from Europe citrus fruit such as lime, could have originated the dish in Spain with roots in Moorish cuisine. Nevertheless, most historians agree ceviche originated during colonial times in the area of present-day Peru. They propose the predecessor to the dish was brought to Peru by Moorish women from Granada who accompanied the Spaniards, and this dish eventually evolved into what nowadays is considered ceviche. Peruvian chef Gaston Acurio further explains the dominant position that Lima held through 4 centuries as the capital of the Viceroyalty of Peru, allowed for popular dishes such as ceviche to be brought to other Spanish colonies in the region, and in time they became a part of local cuisine by incorporating regional flavors and styles. Other notable chefs who support the Peruvian origin of the plate include Chilean Christopher Carpentier and Spaniard Ferran Adrià, who in an interview stated, "Ceviche was born in Peru, and so the authentic and genuine is Peruvian." Preparation and variants. Ceviche is marinated in a citrus-based mixture, with lemons and limes being the most commonly used. In addition to adding flavor, the citric acid causes the proteins in the seafood to become denatured, appearing to be cooked. Traditional-style ceviche was marinated for about 3 hours. Modern-style ceviche, popularized in the 1970s, usually has a very short marinating period. With the appropriate fish, it can marinate in the time it takes to mix the ingredients, serve, and carry the ceviche to the table. Most Latin American countries have given ceviche its own touch of individuality by adding their own particular garnishes. South America. In Peru, ceviche has been declared to be part of Peru's national heritage, and has even had a holiday declared in its honor. The classic Peruvian ceviche is composed of chunks of raw fish, marinated in freshly squeezed key lime or bitter orange juice, with sliced onions, chili peppers, salt and pepper. Corvino cebo was the fish traditionally used. The mixture was traditionally marinated for several hours and served at room temperature, with chunks of corn on the cob, and slices of cooked sweet potato. Regional or contemporary variations include garlic, fishbone broth, minced Peruvian ají limo, or the Andean chili rocatu, toasted corn a cancha and yuyo. A specialty of Trujillo is ceviche prepared from shark. Lenguado is often used in Lima. The modern version of Peruvian ceviche, which is similar to the method used in making Japanese sashimi, consists of fish marinated for a few minutes and served promptly. It was developed in the 1970s by Peruvian-Japanese chefs including Dario Matsufuji and Humberto Sato. Many Peruvian cevicherias serve a small glass of the marinade along with the fish, which is called leche de tigre or leche de pantera. In Ecuador, the shrimp ceviche is sometimes made with tomato sauce for a tangy taste. The Manabi style, made with lime juice, salt and the juice provided by the cooked shrimp itself, is very popular. Occasionally, ceviche is made with various types of local shellfish, such as black clam, oysters, spondylus, barnacles, among others, mostly cooked. It is served in a bowl with toasted corn kernels as a side dish. Well-cooked sea bass, octopus, and crab ceviches are also common in Ecuador. In all ceviches, lime juice and salt are ubiquitous ingredients. In Chile, ceviche is often made with fillets of halibut or Patagonian toothfish, and marinated in lime and grapefruit juices, as well as finely minced garlic and red chili peppers, and often fresh mint and cilantro are added. North and Central America, and the Caribbean. In Mexico and some parts Central America, it is served either in cocktail cups with tostadas, salted crackers, or as a tostada topping and taco filling. In Mexico, when served in a cup with tomato sauce, it is called a ceviche cocktail. Although this cocktail is made from the dry ceviche recipe, this presentation is rather unusual outside of some specific areas, and in most areas of Mexico it is almost unheard of, while in some others, such as the Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz area and the Mexican southeast, the ceviche cocktail is very popular. Shrimp, octopus, squid, tuna, and mackerel are also popular bases for Mexican ceviche. Apart from fish, the marinade ingredients include salt, lime, onion, chili peppers, avocado, and coriander leaves. Cut olives and a bit of tomatoes are often added to the preparation. In El Salvador and Nicaragua, one popular ceviche recipe is ceviche de concha negra, known in Mexico as pata de mula. It is dark, nearly black, with a distinct look and flavor. It is prepared with lime juice, onion, yerba buena, salt, pepper, tomato, Worcestershire sauce, and sometimes picante as desired. In Nicaragua and Costa Rica, the dish includes marinated fish, lime juice, salt, ground black pepper, finely minced onions, coriander, and finely minced peppers. It is usually served in a cocktail glass with a lettuce leaf and soda crackers on the side, as in Mexico. Popular condiments are tomato ketchup, mayonnaise, and Tabasco sauce. The fish is typically tilapia or corvina, although mahi-mahi, shark and marlin are also popular. In Panama, ceviche is prepared with lemon juice, chopped onion, celery, cilantro, assorted peppers, and sea salt. Ceviche de corvina is very popular and is served as an appetizer in most local restaurants. It is also commonly prepared with octopus, shrimp, and squid, or served with little pastry shells called canastitas. In Cuba, ceviche is often made using mahi-mahi prepared with lime juice, salt, onion, green pepper, habanero, and a touch of allspice. Squid and tuna are also popular. In Puerto Rico and other places in the Caribbean, the dish is prepared with coconut milk. In the Bahamas and South Florida, a conch ceviche known as conch salad is very popular. It is prepared by marinating diced fresh conch in lime with chopped onions, celery, and bell pepper. Diced Pequin pepper and/or Scotch bonnet pepper is often added for spice. In South Florida, it is common to encounter a variation to which tomato juice has been added. Asia. In the Philippines, a similar dish called kiloing is prepared using raw fish mixed in with calamansi juice, vinegar, onion, labao pepper, long chili, salt, and black pepper. Meat is also used in the northern parts of the Philippines, including beef, carabao, and goat meat, prepared either raw, steamed or boiled. Popular kinds of fish includes tanig and anchovy. Kiloing are oftentimes eaten as appetizer during drinking sessions. Health risks. Ceviche is ideally very healthy. However, bad sanitary conditions during its preparation may lead to illness. Aside from contaminants, raw seafood can also be the vector for various pathogens, viral, bacterial, as well as larger parasitic creatures. According to the 2009 Food Code published by the United States Food and Drug Administration and more recent studies, specific microbial hazards in ceviche include Anisakis simplex, Diphyllobothrium spp, Pseudoterranova decipiens and Pseudoterranova catani, and Vibrio parahemolyticus. Anisakis is a zoonotic disease caused by the ingestion of larval nematodes in raw seafood dishes such as ceviche. The Latin American cholera outbreaks in the 1990s may have been attributed to the consumption of raw cholera-infested seafood that was eaten as ceviche. The American Dietetic Association urges women to avoid ceviche during pregnancy. Bibliography. Baylis, Rick. Mexico, one plate at a time. Simon and Amp. Schuster. ISBN 0-684-84186X. Butler, Cleora, Cleara's Kitchens. The Memoir of a Cook and 8 Decades of Great American Food. Council Oak Books, LLC. ISBN 1-571781331. Harris, Jessica B. Beyond Gumbo, Creole Fusion Food from the Atlantic Rim. Simon and Amp. Schuster. ISBN 0-684870622-2. Mayer, Arthur L. Van. John M. The Appetizer Atlas. A World of Small Bites. John Wiley & Sons. ISBN 0-471-41102-7. Pesquiera, Emilio. Cocina Peruana. Editions Granica S.A. ISBN 9568077-308. Priscilla, Maricel. Gran Cocina Latina. W. Norton and Amp Company. p. 479. ISBN 9780393050691. Rodriguez, Douglas. The Great Ceviche Book. 10-Speed Press. p. 3. ISBN 1-580081007-X. Gonzalez, Marjorie Rost Marjorie. Entre el Comal y la Ola. Fundamentos de Gastronomía Costarricense. Und Revolución de los Gustos en el Perú. Americas. General Secretariat of the Organization of American States. June 2006.